I'm Preeti Shah from Shadi Studio and a big fan of WHCC. We are a resource center for South Asian weddings.
So basically, what are we doing here tonight?
So today what we did was we actually got one of the top designers in India. He's very up and coming. He's young and he's got a very great eye for clothing. So what happened was one of my brides told me a long time ago that she ended up booking all her clothes through him for her wedding. So I was like, you know what, I have to check out his work. And when I saw it, I was like, you know what, that's what's missing in the market here. So we invited him to come over to do a trunk show, to exhibit his stuff and get the word out, and it was great.
Now tell me a little bit about Shadi Studios and what you guys are doing here in New York.
Shadi Studio, it was found in February of 2010. It's very new. It's a brand new space. We started this space as a all-inclusive resource center. So all the top industry professionals take part in the studio. It's one place where you can meet your bride. What my thing was, as a end user, as a bride, I wanted them to be able to come into a space, have a glass of wine, sit down, and almost get all their planning done in one location. But be able to bring it to them instead of them having to run to Edison or Central Jersey or Long Island trying to plan this wedding. And it's been great because when they come here, they're comfortable, they can sit down, they can get on the internet, they can plan their wedding. I mean, I have some of my brides who come and they'll show up and I'm like, what are you doing here? And she's like, I just came to hang out. I was like, hang out, come hang out.
That's what Shadi Studio is, your one-stop wedding shop at Shadi Studios, right? It's really, really interesting. Now tell me about the logo behind you and how you came up with, I know there was a very interesting story behind it. Please do tell.
So we have a web developer and he's awesome. I swear by him. And he came, I'm like, give me a nice look, very modern for my space. And he came up with this, this design. I have to show it to you. And there was this girl who had like this blue and green makeup and massive eyelashes and like red lipstick. And I called him up one day. I said, let me make it easy for you. I said, here's what we should do. The girl who should be on the cover is somebody you should want to sleep with. If you don't want to sleep with her, she shouldn't be representing my company. I was like, and that's about it. So that's how we came up with my little girl right here.
Now, does she have a name? She's gorgeous.
She is beautiful. I think we should name her.
I think we should name her Preeti.
Oh, before. Preeti before.
That's right, guys. Look for Preeti and look for Shadi Studios at WHCC and Studio JNS. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sweet.
Hi, this is Shyamal from Shyamal Bhumika.
It's amazing because this designer grew up in India, has been in India for so long. Now tell them why this event is so new for you, so exciting for you.
Well, this is a part of the start for me to take India to the world. You know, it's such an exciting country. It's a trend right now. It's got so many things. It's like so deep rooted in culture, heritage, and it's an amazing resource for crafts, textile, and the world hardly knows about it. So I'm one of those guys who's on a mission, on a design mission to carry Indian craft, artisan techniques, design, and give it my own style and take it out to the world, starting from New York.
Tell me a little bit more about your style and how your style is different from others and why that style is coming over here.
Well, I come from a city called Ahmedabad in Gujarat, in India. So Gujarat is the state, and Ahmedabad is a very, very nice, quiet place. It was once upon a time India's textile center, and so that puts me in a very unique place. My entire family and extended family is into design of some sort, starting from games to product design to jewelry design. So I come from a very creative background. I was a child artist myself. Bhumika, who's my wife and partner in Shyamal and Bhumika, it's our own sort of individual style that is getting this very sort of unique collection to...
That's really interesting, and for all the fashion designers out there, or even fashion students that are out there, I know they're very interested in Fashion Week in New York. Yeah. Can you tell them a little bit what it's like to be at Fashion Week in India? I'm sure it's just as exciting.
Indian flavor in our clothing makes it very, very unique. Also, that it comes from within us, whatever we showcase here, and we weave the fabric we embroider it, we we style the garments, we design the garments from that. So it's starting from the stage of fabric, going up right to making the garment. So yeah, it's really a unique piece. It's one of a kind, and mostly hand done, hand woven, handmade. Yes, it's amazing.
Being a designer, what's your favorite part about designing? What gets you excited? What makes you wake up every morning and say, "This is what I want to do"?
Oh well. It's actually design is what gets me going. It's the thing that gets me out of bed, and to create, basically, for a creative person, life is all about creativity, and that is the only thing that can keep you going. That's the only kick of your life, and for a creative person, anything creative, inspirational, is something that sort of keeps you going. It's tough. Fashion is a tough industry to be in. It's very last minute. It's very hectic. It's very challenging. But the creativity and the result of the work that we are doing, and the appreciation, and like the creative person in me loves to create. The artist in me loves the appreciation. So it's design and creativity that keeps me going. So
can you tell us about, we know that you do, a lot of designers do just women or do just men,
yes.
But we're actually lucky enough to have you because you do both women
yes.
and men. Can you
yes.
tell me about the textures that you decided to use, colors?
Well, for menswear, basically Shyamal Bhumika is a very understated, elegant sort of label. So, but it's very rich in the sense that it's a lot of embroidery, a lot of brocades, a lot of hand techniques being used. And for menswear, we have very clean and clean cuts like what I'm wearing or what you're wearing. And it's very, very sort of, it's like a base, it's like a understated, powerful dress. And we sort of, we're giving men this sort of look, like this is denim. We're given an Indian cut, and it's being worn over denim. So this is what you're wearing is silk. If you've given this thin piping to it and these button detail, and you're wearing it over a shirt, it's open and it's cool. So yeah, we're making really nice, simple, cool clothing for men. For the women, we're making more structured, more ornate, more rich, and traditional sort of Indian traditional sort of clothing with the saris and the lehengas and Indian inspired Western dresses. So it's a very, very, very interesting thing to make clothing for the market here, because it combines India and the West. So that makes it unique.
Well, it feels very unique, so thank you very much.
Thanks.
I'm here with two wonderful women with a wonderful idea and project. They have an organization that I'm going to let them tell you all about.
Hi, I'm Sonia. I'm with City Saheli.
And I'm Monica, and I'm one of the co-founders of City Saheli as well.
Thank you so much for being here, ladies. I think it's really important for you to tell everyone out there what you're doing and what your focus is. So can you do that for me?
Sure. City Saheli is a lifestyle website for South Asian women in New York. We really focus on everything South Asian in Manhattan. It includes health, beauty, fitness, fashion, careers, and also we have a page for new moms.
That's really, really exciting. Now, what made you guys decide, hey, I want to do this? Was there a need for it? Was there are you personally affected by it? What was your inspiration for this project?
Sonia and I both grew up here in New York City and New Jersey, and we just noticed that there was something missing in the community that didn't provide these type of tips and information. And since we wanted to really provide that information and share it with everyone that we knew and open it up to a lot of people who really appreciate South Asian culture and can benefit from learning about it.
I think that's a great idea. And just for those of us who don't know, we're actually on 37th Street right now. We're hanging out at a beautiful fashion showcase. How are you guys involved in this fashion showcase?
We helped host it with Shadi Studio. It was brought to New York by Shadi Studio and City Saheli. We brought Shyamal here. Shyamal Bhumika is the brand, and it's their first time in New York showing their line. So we thought, City Saheli and Shadi Studio just brought it to New York and helped facilitate the whole event.
Very exciting, so there you go.